Hello and welcome to Did You Know Gaming Extra. In today's episode, we're exploring the world of banned words and phrases in games. The internet has practically become a supplement to gaming, with certain websites, apps, and social media platforms all being part of gaming culture. Online communities gain a reputation quickly when toxicity runs rampant, but these communities can also form long-lasting friendships and invoke positivity. As many companies begin to form their own user bases, it's unsurprising that they'd want to control what's discussed, shared, or created within their games. This is why developers will apply their own filters, disallowing certain words from being used. Understandably, these limitations are typically placed on racial slurs or swear words, but sometimes they can restrict usage of some fairly benign or weird words and phrases. With the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, some gamers noticed limitations on what they could and couldn't name their horse. We've put this to the test and we found the words Nintendo, Microsoft, Xbox, Sony, and PlayStation were all banned when trying to name the steed. As it turns out, these words are also banned in other Rockstar games. The company keeps an internal list of words they don't want appearing in any of their games. Console manufacturers usually have a global list of banned words that can't be used within their system, but some developers like to have their own words list as well, just to be safe. It's likely that Rockstar included these terms to make sure that users couldn't pretend to represent companies in online games, or use the games to make disparaging content about certain companies. While the expected standard naughty words and their variations can be found in the list, several unusual terms can also be found. This includes curious choices such as babushka, a misspelling of the word babushka meaning grandmother in Russian, and deicide, a term meaning the killing of God. The list also contains terms relating to torrenting websites BT Junkie, Demonoid, Fenopy, ISO Hunt, Zshare, VCDQ, and Pirate Bay. This was likely an effort to stop pirates from using online Rockstar games to share information about torrenting websites. A number of these sites have been shut down, some for several years, indicating that once words have been added to the list, they are rarely removed. While this censorship is often made with the best of intentions, in the case of the Pokemon Global Trading System, there were some unforeseen side effects. The Pokemon Global Trading System, or GTS, was first introduced in Generation 4 of the Pokemon franchise. This system includes a keyword filter that stops players giving their Pokemon rude or offensive names and sharing them with the world. However, players of Pokemon Black and White noticed a simple problem with this kind of filter, as a number of the original names for Pokemon would also trigger the filter. While trading with people in Japan wasn't a problem, and players could even list these Pokemon for trade, no one in North America or PAL regions were actually able to see the listings. Just 3 examples of the affected Pokemon are Nosepass, Probopass, and Frostlass. Because the names of all 3 Pokemon contain the word ass, the GTS profanity filter was triggered when trying to trade them. These Pokemon and many others could only be successfully traded to North American and PAL players by giving the Pokemon a nickname before offering it. It seems as though Nintendo did eventually patch this out of the game, and all Pokemon became tradable across all regions without having to be renamed. Publishing giant EA also encountered issues with Battlefield 5 because of their banned words filter. EA went somewhat overboard with how they restricted discussions in-game and in bizarre ways. During the game's beta period, users reported an extensive volume of phrases and terms that couldn't be talked about in chat. For example, users weren't able to send the abbreviation DLC unless it was prefixed by the word free. Other terms include put on, nut, white man, and lag. Even the term Nazi was banned, which is odd considering the game is set during World War II. A member of Battlefield 5's team responded to the situation with a message on the game's open beta forums. It read, "One of the new features we've been working on is a profanity filter in-game to reduce toxicity. We have heard some complaints that the filter is blocking words that aren't profanity and shouldn't be blocked, like DLC. Please note this is a work in progress, and we'll be taking this feedback to tweak the sensitivity of the filter and improve its usage without censoring relevant conversation. Healthy discussion is what drives improvement in our games, and we'd never want to impede that. Thanks for bringing up your concerns to us regarding the current iteration of the profanity filter, and we'll keep working on it." It should be noted that the thread on the forum in which it was posted was immediately closed after posting, meaning that nobody could actually respond directly to the message. And now it's time for this episode's random piece of trivia. Today we'll be taking a look at the classic PlayStation 1 JRPG, Grandia. During a pre-development interview of the game, art director Hidenobu Takahashi revealed the origin and meaning of the title Grandia. Takahashi stated, "The title Grandia comes from a Formula 1 car. To us, it means a variety of specialists coming together to challenge themselves with a new design. How can we create something amazing? That's the simple question we ask when we're developing a game, and we'll work ourselves to the bone to answer it. It's the same as an F1 team, where they get specialists from all different fields together to build the fastest car. And if you'd like to see how Grandia's music has a connection with Sonic Rush, take a look at our video on games that have been sampled in the music industry. Don't forget that we're also making a book for our other show, Region Locked. If you'd like to have a look at a book all about games with restricted regional releases, take a look at our Unbound page in the description below. Thanks again to our patrons. They contribute to the show each month and help support us. If you'd like to become part of the DidYouKnowGaming Extra and Region Locked family, pop over to our Patreon page. What are you doing, EA? Damage control, but not the right way. What are you doing, EA? Nobody wants to play